group games, then matches can be taken into consideration. So, we conclude this time with our third singles between Ruselli HARTAWAN of Indonesia, and she's going to take on Selvaduray KISONA, and there they are, bang on cue.
Umpire Bert van Horenbeek from Belgium. Service judge Jitirat Thanu Akrapat from Thailand.
Court officials are already out there.
สนามที่ 2 ประเภททีมหญิงกลุ่มดีระหว่างประเทศอินโดนีเซียและประเทศมาเลเซียหญิงเดี่ยวมือ 3 ประเทศอินโดนีเซียตัวแทนคือ Ruselli HARTAWAN.
This could be a pretty tight
ประเทศมาเล
contest as
เซีย
well.
ตัวแทนคือ Kisona
Just had the
Selvaduray.
edge taken off it
กรรมการ
slightly
ผู้ตัดสิน
because
Bert van Horenbeek
the
จากประเทศเบลเยีย
tie
ม
is already
กรรม
decided.
การ
Had it
กำกับ
been
การส่งลูก
2-2, which it could
จิ
have
ติ
gone,
รัตน์ ธา
of
นุ
course,
อั
then
ครพัฒน์
there'd have been a lot more on it.
Hi. Hi. All right, I got red.
There's the head-to-head. Selvaduray leads 4-1, but
It's red. Court.
HARTAWAN
Service.
won the last
Have a good one.
contest in 3 games. So there is HARTAWAN, ranked at 77 now. Best was 3 years ago. She's won more than she's lost this year, though. And she did win a couple of events last year in Singapore and Indonesia, the international events. And she will be the outsider against Selvaduray KISONA of Malaysia. Ranked at 73. 54 was only last month. She's only 19 years of age. Got bronze at the Asian Youth Games way back. She was 14, but she's won international events in both Malaysia and Indonesia, so could be interesting. Bert van Horenbeek from Belgium's in the chair. And from the home nation, Jitirat Thanu Akrapat is your service judge.
Ready to play?
So we're going to have the umpires' introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Malaysia, represented by Selvaduray KISONA. And on my left, Indonesia, represented by Ruselli HARTAWAN. Indonesia to serve. Love all, play.
So here we go with the final match of this tie.
Service over. 1-love. To love.
HARTAWAN just a year older than Kisona. She's 20. You would imagine, although I said that there might be a bit of edge taken out of it, that there shouldn't be too many nerves around, because it's obviously not pivotal now in terms of the match.
3 love.
They can feel free to express themselves, and it's Kisona who's made the better start here. It's a good gap. She's a tall woman, long way to get down, and did it very
4
proficiently.
love. Service over.
Well, net caught or not, she's on the board, which should
1-4.
make her feel a little bit better.
Service over.
Just over hitting a fraction at the moment.
1.
HARTAWAN.
Full. Service over.
It's a better drive though.
2-5.
See what she was trying to do,
3,
but
5.
make the right contact in trying to get that fairly acute angle. So from 4
5.
love, just a point between them now.
Five all. Six, 5.
A couple of lucky breaks she's had. Thought about it, didn't it, before that rolled over? Well, that was a very, very nice touch. That was the classic hairpin.
7, 5.
All of a sudden,
8,
Kisona's
5.
gone off the boil here. She's pretty adept at that shot. Lovely drop shot.
9, 5. Serves over.
Well, I think Kisona needed that point after her opponent
6,
just been running through her.
9.
Having been 4 love down, she'd won 9 of the next 10 points. And that was a good lead from Kisona.
7-9. Serve is over. 10-7.
Looks like she's starting to enjoy herself now. HARTAWAN. She'll be happy with a 4-point lead at the interval.
For 2, 20 seconds. For 2, 20 seconds. (11-7). Play.
Just wide, I think.
Serves over.
Yeah.
8-11.
It's out.
Serves over. 12-8.
Well, she's exercising
13-8.
extremely good judgment. I didn't miss by that much. It's one of those awkward ones when it's coming over your shoulders, hard to judge. Excellent to know so confidently where the line was.
Serves over.
Long.
9-13.
Well, it was called in, and an
Ruselli
immediate
HARTAWAN
challenge.
Challenges called in.
HARTAWAN. So we're going to go to Hawkeye. See what that tells us. She challenged straight away and correctly.
Correction out. Serve is over. 14-9.
Definitely a great innovation,
Play.
Hawkeye. No one argues with it now.
Serve is over. 10-14. (11-14).
Well, she had her opponent running all round the
Service
court there, did
over.
HARTAWAN.
15-11. Oh! 16-11.
Just about to say that Kisona really struggling to
Serve
get
over.
any inspiration.
12-16.
But she'll take what's been a pretty rare unforced error from her opponent there.
Thirteen, 16. Fourteen, 16.
Well, she needed that point, and it was a
Serve's
lovely shot
over.
as well.
Yes.
Just when Kisona was
17,
threatening
14.
to come back at her. Still might.
Serve's over. 15-17.
Well, now it's got interesting.
17.
Chose not to play that, HARTAWAN, and well, maybe she couldn't get to it, but either way, lead is just a point now. That was a good leave.
Serve is over. 18-16.
Just the wrong side of the line from the Malaysians' point of view. But this is getting nervy now for HARTAWAN. She was enjoying a healthy lead not so long
19-16.
ago.
No, you challenged after the coach said it to you. Too late. Yeah, change it. Wipe the court, please.
Heard the hard to tell that is very close, and we'll never know because the challenge came too late and allowed to get that kind of instruction from your coach. So a couple of points away now, HARTAWAN from landing this opening game.
Out.
That
Serves over.
might be a little bit of tension there.
17-19.
Bit of a present. One apiece in terms of service errors.
Fault. Eighteen, 19.
She won't go away in this game, Kisona. And now she's back on level terms
19 all.
She was 4-love up at one stage. And once she was on terms, her opponent, Kisona's not been ahead since. That's a great shot though.
Serve is
And
over.
it sets up a game point for the
20,
Indonesian.
game point 19.
Right on the line. Oh, complete miscue. That
Service
went
over.
sideways. There's still some tension out there for
20
sure.
all.
Just because the tie has been effectively decided. And here is a game point out of nowhere, really,
21.
for Selvaduray KISONA.
20.
Yeah, well played. Just kept
Service
her
over.
nerve there. It was well worth a fist pump.
21 all.
That's a terrific shot too. Where she pulled that from?
Link. 22, 21.
That's really good round from Hartawan. Lovely little shot to confirm that opening game. It was a bit nervy at the end. But 23-21. And who knows if she does win this match. It all depends on what happens, of course, but these two teams have both got to face China. But matches may come into play, matches won. So deliberate, wasn't it? You could see it's kept that wrist supple and executed it to perfection.
Ya, di sini lebih melangani. Kamu boleh turun, kamu ada sini sepanjangnya. Kalau dia minggir ada di depan sedikit, ya, sini sepanjangnya aja. Kamu tetap fokus, sabar aja satu. Kalau nggak enak jangan macam-macam, udah nggak usah dilihat bagus. Mau masuk, apalagi poin kritis 15 ke atas kamu harus jaga itu poinnya, ya. Fokus dari awal ya, ya.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Second game. Love all. Play.
So Kisona playing catch up here. Missed that by
Service
literally
over.
millimetres, I think.
1 love. Two love. Service over. 1-2.
Well, that was an awkward shot for
Two.
Kisona. She
Oh.
couldn't execute it. Always tricky when the ball's coming out of your shoulder like that. Get clean sight of the shuttle and adjust your body accordingly.
Service over.
Still going for a shot. Didn't quite
3-2.
make that.
Four.
That was a really
Two.
nonchalant little flick from the Malaysian. Well worth another look. So casual, so effective.
Service over. Yes. 3-4. Ruselli HARTAWAN challenges called out.
Pretty quick challenge. I'm not sure how confident she is. It was called out. By a distance.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 5-3. Play. Service over.
Without
4-5.
doubt, she's been the better player so far, albeit that that first game was tight. And so is the second game so far, but I just think she's had the greater weight of shot. She's had in the one with the more attacking instinct.
Five all.
Now we're on terms at 5-all.
Six, 5.
And she looks to have a really good temperament too, HARTAWAN. Well, they start younger and younger these days, but she's only 20. When you're winning tournaments, albeit international tournaments, when you're 19, that'll be a good sign. Yeah, late decision to leave, and it was a good one from Kisona.
6-all. Service over.
Missed a few more of those than she would like today, Kisona.
7-6.
And the unforced error is one of the reasons she finds herself behind in this match.
Service over.
Maybe just a touch of inexperience there. Service error. 2 now from HARTAWAN, 1 Kisona.
Eight, 7. Nine, 7.
Pretty straightforward leave, that one.
8-9. Well,
said at the start of this match that could well be another tight, tense encounter. Looking like being exactly that.
no! 10-9.
Great anticipation. She got to the shuttlecock before it got below the level of the net. Therefore easy to put away.
Service over. 10-0.
Stunning shot and a good way to go for the interval. HARTAWAN with a very narrow lead.
Eleven, 10. Malay.
HARTAWAN then to continue. Well, it's great defence. It was a rare example of where a net cord actually helps you, because it would have gone past her and the net cord slowed it up, and from there she took full advantage. Frustration writ large on the face of Selvaduray KISONA. She's come out firing after the interval, HARTAWAN. Started this second game a little slowly, but she's warmed up now, giving that woman a big problem.
Serve is over.
Well, that was an exquisite angle.
11-13.
Almost a 180 angle. Perfect.
Well, 13.
Didn't miss by much, but miss it did, and now we're neck and neck again.
Attention, please do not use flash when taking photos. Please do not use flash when taking photos. ขอความกรุณาทุกท่านงดใช้แฟลชขณะการแข่งขันครับ ขอบคุณครับ
14-13.
That's the problem. Kisona's never really been able to take the initiative in the match, other than right at the start of the first game. She won the first 4 or 5 points. Decided not to play that. Wrong decision. HARTAWAN is insatiable in her desire to keep the pressure on. And those little errors will only fire up
15-13.
HARTAWAN. Gotta say, I love her temperament, the way she smiles all the time. That was a superb overhead.
16-13.
Really twisted her body, flicked the end of Kisona's racket, and at a pivotal point in the second game, HARTAWAN's in charge now at 16-13. Well reacted.
Serve is over. 14-16. Service
little
over.
fist pump again from HARTAWAN, who's closing in now. And this would be a really good win for her. Down at 77. I'll give her a load of confidence as well, because
18, 14.
as I've mentioned, with China in this group, a victory which is now assured in this tie for Indonesia means they're very likely to go through. They want as many players with confidence in the knockout rounds. Quarterfinals on Thursday, remember. It was on the line.
15-18.
Going to be really tough for Malaysia from here, though. I think they're going to have to beat China to have any chance. It's a very, very difficult ask. Meanwhile, Kisona fighting back here in his second game. Within 2 points now. It's a good block and forced the error. That's out as well.
17-18.
So we could be going to a third and deciding game here if this Kisona comeback continues. And now it's 18 all.
18 all.
Kisona can maybe just read the body language of her opponent. The first time looking a little bit flustered. That's in though.
Service over.
Boy, did she need that.
19-18.
Right on the junction, sideline and back line. And 2 points away, but many a slip. Now that was a bit timid. And a couple of match points now for the Indonesian.
20, match point 18.
Crowd have been with her pretty much the whole way. Can she finish the deal here? Not quite yet.
Service over. I'm
going to give Kisona some credit there. And real pressure, match point down. So one match point saved, one to go, this time on her own serve.
Late.
It's wide or long, either way. It's out.
20 all.
I never said it was easy in the Uber Cup. Even when the tie's already been decided. Yeah, it was long.
Late.
Now she's given herself another chance.
21-20. Ruselli.
Well, 2 match points have come and gone. Can she convert this time? No. Somehow, Kisona pulls off one of her best shots of the match and gets the appropriate response from the Malaysian delegation. Used the height. Oh, she's found another beauty. And now, it's a game point for the Malaysian. You've got to admire the bravery of Kisona. She saved 3 match points in that game, and we're all set up now for a decider.
Mumbai, Malaysia, 23-21. 1 game only.
Maybe the nerves got to Hartawan towards the end of that game, but you've got to say, Kisona produced a couple of magnificent shots. That was the error that actually won her the game, but she saved a couple of those match points with terrific overheads. And from nowhere, really, you'd probably make her favourite now, just because psychologically, you would imagine Hartawan would be a little bit shot, and Kisona should be on a high. All will unravel in the next 20 minutes or so. Obviously, we've gone past our time for the scheduled start of the last session, and of course that will follow as soon as this match concludes. So our coverage will continue seamlessly. My name's Trevor Harris, if you're just joining us, and my colleague Paul Hand will be with you before the scheduled evening session, which will now be slightly later in the evening. Thailand against Hong Kong is our offering to follow this. It's Uber Cup, so we'll see the women again momentarily, but not before we've sorted out this little squabble between Indonesia and Malaysia, and more specifically between Ruselli HARTAWAN and Selvaduray KISONA. 1 game all then.
Final game.
KISONA having saved 3 match points in that second game.
Lawful. Play. 1 love.
Psychologists would probably have a field day in terms of how much of an edge Kisona would have mentally. she's still got to get the job done.
Service over.
And as I mentioned in the last game, HARTAWAN showed a really good temperament so far. Yeah, well put away.
Thomas Cup Group A.
Service
Between
over.
China and France.
2,
First singles.
1. Yes.
China, represented by Chen Long.
Running her opponent round the court. Kisona.
France, represented by Brice Lebedes.
Three.
Just wondering also if, as well as maybe mentally suffering, whether HARTAWAN just looks a little weary. The two can go hand in hand, but not on that evidence
Service
though.
over. 2, 3.
Still think this third game's going to take
From Denmark.
some winning for either woman.
Service judge, Ristil Tan Aiteng. From Malaysia.
สนามที่ 1 ประเภททีมชายกลุ่ม A ระหว่างประเทศจีนและประเทศฝรั่งเศสชายเดี่ยวมือ 1 ประเทศจีนตัวแทนคือเฉินหลง
4,
ประเทศฝรั่งเศส
2.
ตัวแทนคือบริสเลเวเดสกรรมการผู้ตัดสินอีริกเคิร์ตจากประเทศเดนมาร์กกรรมการกำกับการส่งลูก
Nicely done by Kisona.
จากประเท
I
ศ
don't
มา
think
เล
we've
เซีย
really seen her full repertoire this match so
Service
far.
over.
That was cunningly played, wasn't it, by HARTAWAN?
Group 4 between India and Australia. First singles. India, represented by Pranoy HS. Australia, represented by Anthony Joe. Umpire, Fabio Lopez from
Service
Brazil.
over. 5,
Service
3.
judge, Daniel Law from Hong Kong.
สนามที่ 3 ประเภททีมชายกลุ่ม A ระหว่างประเทศอินเดียและประเทศออสเตรเลียชายเดี่ยวมือ 1 ประเทศอินเดียตัวแทนคือประนอม
Again, that was just a little tired looking
ประเทศออสเตรเลีย
from
ตัวแทน
HARTAWAN.
คือแอนโทนีโจกรรมการผู้ตัดสิน
She wouldn't be human either if she wasn't kind of thinking what might have been.
กรรมการกำกับ
I could have converted one of those match points.
จากประเทศฮ่องกง
And now she finds herself trailing in this deciding game, 4 points down at 7-3.
First singles, Korea, represented by Sang Ki-hoon. Russia,
Wasn't quite ready.
represented by Lithuania, Jose
Querying
Skara.
that with the umpire, Kisona, saying, well, really she should be. In the politest possible way,
Umpire,
I'm sure.
Fabio Beto from Italy. Service judge, Zhu Xiaofeng
Yeah, that's
from
better.
China.
Service over.
สนามที่ 4 ประเภททีมหญิงกลุ่ม 4 ระหว่างประเทศเกาหลี
I think
ใต้
both
และ
are
ประเทศรัสเซีย
Suffering from a touch of fatigue as well. Never any chance of Kisona getting to that, but they've put everything in. 2 long games so far. 44 points in each.
ฟาบิโอเบโตจากประเทศอิตาลีกรรมการกำกับการส่งลูกซูเสี่ยวเฟิงจากประเทศจีน
8, 4.
Attention, please do not use flash when taking photos. Please do not use flash when taking photos. Thank you.
It's wide, and these are some welcome cheap points from Kisona's point of view.
4.
And the unforced errors could well come back to haunt the Indonesian if she loses this match. Gets a point back there.
Selvaduray KISONA challenges.
It is being challenged though, and this might be quite adjacent. See what Hawkeye's got to say on the matter. Yeah, it's a good call.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 5-9. Play.
That was a little tired, wasn't it? Just looked as though she's maybe given all she's got to give. Not writing her off yet, but consider how well she's played up to now. That wasn't representative of it, nor was that. 11-5 then as they go to the interval. Kisona in charge now. So one final push is probably the message here. I'll get the 20-second reminder momentarily from the umpire.
$11-5. Play. Service over. 6-11. Fault. 7-11.
Reaching over the net to play that. That's why point was awarded against Kisona. And as so often happens,
8-11.
Suddenly the momentum shifts. No idea where that was going to go, but it worked. Well, 4 points in a row after the interval. Kisona decides to change the racket. Literally, it's taken 2 minutes for the initiative to completely change. Now you'd make HARTAWAN favourite, probably. Clearly that interval came at a bad time for Kisona.
Service over. 12-10.
She'll be disappointed to have missed that.
13-10.
That could be a big point. Energy sapping one. And Kisona comes out on top. It's really well crafted, that. her opponent in and then found the line unerringly, and now she's got a 4-point advantage again. Having said that, we've seen that go in the blink of an eye this match before.
Serves over. 11-14. Serves over.
Just created a slightly unwanted angle on the racket head.
11.
Missed the sideline. And Kisona will try and count these points off it almost individually. 6 points away. That can be an eternity sometimes, especially the way this match has swung to and fro. Well, she is going to challenge it.
Selvaduray KISONA challenges.
I'm not sure
call
successfully.
in.
It's right in front of us. It looked like it had a high probability of catching the line. Double check and see what Hawkeye says. Wow. Can't get any closer than that. But Kisona will take it. That's a bit of a body blow to HARTAWAN.
16-11. Late.
Well, that was clearly out.
17.
Winning line in sight.
Serve 12-17. No. Play. Play.
Just giving Kisona the hurry up there. Umpire Van Horenbeek. Yeah, set it up well with the first overhead, finished it with the second.
Serve over.
Question is, has HARTAWAN got anything left?
12.
Kisona just 3 points away now. Into the net it goes, and here are 8 match points
20 match points. 12.
for Selvaduray KISONA.
Serve is over.
Well, he's tracked out with the net cord.
20.
The two very tired women out there. Well, having lost the opening game, Kisona comes through 21-13 in that third game. and deserved to in the end. Hartawan gave her heart and soul to it in a match that lasted an hour. But Malaysia it is who win that, and it could yet be important depending on what happens in the group. But it's Indonesia, of course, who win the tie by 3 matches to 2. They were to come back from